There's no snare in my headphones.
Yeah, turn up my snare.
Drop that beat.
Let that beat drop. Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hoot Hobbs Show. I'm your host, Hoot Hobbs. With me, as always, Mr. BT, Brendan Torres.
How's it going, guys?
Okay, so Roy Wood Jr. That's a funny guy.
He is a funny guy.
Yeah,
host of What This Is Not Happening on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Very funny stand-up show.
Yeah. And he made a tweet, which this is actually how I learned that this was a thing, because you'd sent me the link for it. But he made a tweet. There's such thing as Juneteenth ice cream.
Well, what it is Walmart decided to make an ice cream flavor and then brand it as Juneteenth. And then they also have beside it, rainbow pride flavored ice cream, but
What's that taste like?
Juneteenth has a flavor.
Yeah.
Rainbow pride has a flavor.
Yeah, that's strange.
It's very, very strange, but the humor behind it is that Mr. Roy Wood Jr. just tweeted it out trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And it turned into something because the woke culture found it.
Yeah, and they were like, "He's a hero." He's like, "Don't."
It's like, I don't know if I'm a hero.
What do you say? Don't send me those donations. I'm gonna spend them. I was like, "That's good, man." Hey, he was honest about it. They sent him donations. Spend them up, buddy. So, like, America's like, we've lost our minds, right? I mean, pretty much we've lost our minds. Because, don't get me wrong. If, rainbow pride ice cream, whatever, fine.
Yeah.
But it's just like what? But what's the point? I guess
it came across as basically
pandering.
Well, I don't even think that. I think it was Walmart trying to generate money exploiting something.
Yeah. Well, okay.
It's
exploitation.
Exploitation.
I would say, which is pandering, but pandering's a little bit of a soft word for it. So you're right. It was the exploitation.
Yeah, they're trying to make money off of something that it's like,
yeah,
okay.
I mean,
this is only the second year that Juneteenth has been a recognized federal holiday.
Sure.
And here we are with commemorative ice cream. Red velvet, by the way. Why is that the flavor?
It's a strange, it's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it works for you.
I don't know. It was very weird, very funny. But I agree with Roy Wood Jr., though. Just rebrand it. Come on, chase the name. Just release the ice cream. I don't want to be responsible for something tasty not hit the shelves.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It comes back to the whole, hey, everyone gets a trophy. I don't know. I don't have no problem with nobody, but it's like, when are you going to put out a Welder's ice cream?
Is that what we're getting at?
Yeah.
Where's the Welder's ice cream?
And I want it to taste like I want it to smell like my shop, like burnt metal. It's just terrible.
Burnt metal ice cream?
Yeah, man. We'll call it Welder's Delight. I'm just saying. You know how ridiculous that sounds?
It does, but doesn't Juneteenth ice cream?
And pride-flavored ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm worried about what pride flavor is.
I don't like that rainbow ice cream to begin with because it's too many flavors together.
Isn't that Napoleon or?
No, because that's like 3 flavors. Rainbow is like every color of the rainbow.
Sherbet?
So it's like fruity sherbet.
Frubert. I like Frubert. That's cool.
That's
what we're calling it now.
I don't know, but it was very odd that someone tried to brand this and turn it into a money-making thing. But at the same time, is it odd? I don't know.
Yeah, not anymore, man.
This dystopian world that we live in.
Yeah. Speaking of, so Elon's at it again.
Yeah, he's going a little crazy on the Twitter.
Right. But is he going crazy or is he just sharing all of his valuable information? I'm convinced, like I said, he's either an alien or a time traveler, or maybe a time traveling alien. I'm not sure, but he's a population. Okay, population,
Yeah.
just like Bill Gates, except opposite. Where Bill Gates is like, we have to control the population because we're outgrowing our means of survival, right?
Yeah.
Elon actually argues the direct opposite point and says, no, we are not reproducing at a high enough scale to replenish our death rate. So Elon, and he's been on this for a couple years.
Yeah, this is one of the things that he has talked about publicly.
Yeah,
and he's on it again. Like I said, he's tweeting about it. He's honestly resharing things that he shared in the past.
Yeah,
but the subject has come back up again amongst him purchasing Twitter. because
Yeah.
we're back to how many of these people that are on this platform are real people, viable people, and how many of these people are bots. Because I think he's wanting to have an actual census, a global census, an idea of where we are at, and how many of what is accounted for as far as our population are really people,
Yeah.
and also maintain the planet because
Sure.
obviously you can
The
only-
collapse of if
He's
you don't
thinking
replenish-
larger, bigger picture.
Yeah, this is not about right here, right now. This
Yeah,
is
it's
about
like the colonization of Mars. It is an escape plan in a lot of ways. Is
Yeah.
really what some of it is.
Sure.
It's colonization of the moon and Mars is a way of having somewhere to go in case Earth isn't sustainable anymore.
yeah. I mean,
He's thinking like on a Star Trek level here.
yeah, dude. Hey, I like Elon Musk, man. I think the man is very interesting, and he is he's out there.
Yeah.
He's out there.
He's
but,
eccentric.
Yeah,
I guess
sure.
Is the word.
Well, yeah, you would say crazy, but he's has more liquid asset than anyone else in the world, so then he's eccentric. It's just phrasing. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Just ask
Daddy.
Mark Cuban the difference between being crazy and just popping your mouth off at a rapper.
Anyway, but so his whole thing has been for the past couple of years, though, is that our birth rate, the
Yeah.
rate that we're having children and repopulating, doesn't compete with our death rate, how quickly we're dying, and all this kind of stuff.
Essentially, it's a control, but it's a balance because if one outweighs the other, then it could potentially cause a swing in the opposite
Sure.
direction, which
Yeah.
is not a good thing.
Well, I about to say swing in either direction is going to be catastrophic failure, right? So I mean,
because you're not hitting your perfect, homeostasis. If this were the movie Biodome,
yeah,
this is trouble.
Biodome,
Pauly Shore. Wheeze the Juice.
Juice, man. All right.
Speaking of Pauly Shore,
Are we?
yes,
Okay.
we are.
Okay.
Dad, did you see that he is the voice of an animated feature film that was recently released? And he's the lead character of this animated voice, and it's Pauly Shore all the way. You can hear
Yeah.
his voice.
He's pretty distinct.
Pinocchio.
Wait, like there's a new version of Pinocchio?
Yes, it's not as related to Disney. The story is actually a little bit different. It's more like a Pinocchio story as
Yeah.
opposed to the Disney telling of Pinocchio.
Yeah.
But can you imagine Pinocchio
It's probably
from puppet to little boy as Pauly Shore? And it's being played for serious. Like,
Really?
it's not a joke. It's
Is
not
it-
a satire. It's legit.
So he's not even like doing he's not Pinocchio or Crawl as Pinocchio?
No, it is Pauly
Oh,
Shore voicing Pinocchio,
Huh.
and he's trying to be sincere, like really emoting,
Oh.
but it's still bad because it's
It's
Pauly
Pauly
Shore,
Shore,
and
yeah.
he can't emote.
Yeah, at all.
No.
He's got one. God, I don't even know if he has an emotion at all. I think he's just Pauly Shore.
Right?
Sad. He gets sad on podcasts.
Sad. He
On
gets
Joe
really-
Rogan.
He gets really sad because he's had some tragedies hit him.
Yeah, sure.
But neither here nor there. I just wanted to drop that bombshell on you. Can you imagine Pauly Shore's voice, Pinocchio?
I really can't.
And while we're on that subject, what is it? Samuel L. Jackson is now going to voice the father of Garfield. He's going to be Chris Pratt's father in Garfield.
And he's going to be Chris Pratt's father?
Garfield, yeah.
Oh, Chris Pratt's going to be Garfield.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say.
Chris Pratt's Garfield film.
Okay.
He's playing like the father cat.
Oh, there's what? Is it John or not John? But what is that dude's name? I don't remember. I don't remember the character's name. Odie.
Yeah, here it is. Samuel L. Jackson has joined the cast of Garfield. The 73-year-old actor will voice the lasagna-loving, Monday-hating cat's father, Vic, a new character created for the upcoming movie. So Chris Pratt is Garfield,
Right.
not Bill Murray.
Right. Well, that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Poor Bill. It's like, Mr. Murray, do you have any regrets? Garfield, maybe. That was a good one. Anyway, I never even saw that movie, to be honest with you. I saw Zombieland, where Bill
Yeah.
Murray made that joke.
Oh, you've not seen Garfield?
The Bill Murray one, no.
The movie themselves, it was that dated animated feature.
Yeah.
It wasn't really well put together, but it goes back to that weird coincidental story that Bill Murray voiced Garfield the cat, and in the animated version of the Ghostbusters, the guy who voiced Garfield the cat voiced the character that Bill Murray played in Ghostbusters. Because their voices sounded alike,
Yeah.
there's a crossover there. So
That's kind of funny.
That's kind of funny, right?
Yeah, I like that. All right. Kind of spending some time in Hollywood today. Hollyweird, as we like to call it from time to time. And just like that, we're back on the trash TV wagon with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
It's the gift that keeps on giving if you're us.
Yeah. So what we know is this. Johnny Depp spent wise man's money on a legal team because that woman is a thug. Like
Ruthless.
Yeah.
Suge Knight ain't got nothing on her.
Nah, bro. Young CEO. Anyway, Amber Heard. She spent lunch money on her legal team. They have not done well.
No, they're kind of struggling. And even the people that they have brought in as defense witnesses for her have been doing very poorly under cross-examination.
Yeah. So what's... Oh, my gosh, I can't remember. Johnny Depp's former...
Oh, Kate Moss.
Kate Moss, thank you.
Dated famous, legendary model Kate Moss.
Yeah,
During the 90s, like during both of their big 90s
Yeah.
heydays. So it was a very public relationship for like 4 years.
Right, yeah. So she was brought in as a character witness, right?
Yes.
But for Johnny, or...
She was brought in for Johnny, but in the past, Amber Heard had testified that Kate Moss had told her
that she had been
of
hit.
previous abuse from Johnny Depp when they were together.
Sure, yeah.
Well, Kate Moss has taken the stand here, and during her testimony says that Johnny Depp never hit her.
Yeah, well, that's kind of... Objection. What? Hearsay?
No, they tried. They were going further down the road there, and then they were like, no, sustained.
Yeah. It's like, all right, we're done with this.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, is that really about it though with the Johnny Depp thing? I mean, don't get me wrong, the memes have been great, the reels and the TikTok videos. My
the
gosh,
conspiracy theories.
yeah, everything has been. I mean,
the cheers, the booze. It's like every night's like a championship fight where there's a villain and there's a heel and a face.
Yeah,
and a heel.
Exactly. And Johnny Depp's our face, and Amber's been our heel.
It's just awful. It's been a distraction from a lot of things.
Yeah,
that have been
a lot
really
of
going
real
on,
things.
which is really fascinating. As a whole, that we all kind of looked at this so closely, considering that in the beginning it was taken very seriously.
Yeah.
But as it felt like Amber Heard's testimonies were slowly falling apart and her allegations had less to stand on, then it became more of a meme show to where now we're parodying it and mocking it.
I mean, I will say thank you to the internet for providing us with the dank memes.
Yeah, for being savages.
Yeah,
thank you, internet.
Yeah, for real. I'm
don't
cheering.
Ever change.
Yeah, I'm cheering on the
trolls.
Yeah, I really am, and I can't.
Troll gun troll.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Game, respect game.
Yeah, game, recognize game. That's what it is. I don't know, man. I mean, sure, it could. I don't know. I could get sentimental about it and say, hey, I'm glad this is working out for Johnny Depp because if he is innocent, then, he needs to be blah, blah. But whatever. Like, Johnny's been having a good time with this. It's benefited him. Hey, bad news
Did you
sells.
see that the defense has now come about that they're starting to bring attention to Johnny's behavior during the courtroom, that he's laughing and smiling and having too much fun. So now they're trying to use that against him.
I will say this, though. That's not illegal.
No, having fun's not illegal.
It's
If
not.
Beastie Boys have told us anything, you got to fight for
for
that
your
right.
right to party. We used to listen to that a lot.
We did.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Just us, though. Nobody else participated.
yeah, nobody. It's ridiculous. We had like 10 other people with it. We're like, yeah, and they're like, nah.
No, we're too cool.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they were.
We're still here, brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep on.
Man, okay, but I don't know. Johnny Depp, I think there's been so much attention on him. He has trolled her legal team.
Yeah.
He's done all this. The internet's going crazy with him. His career is going to be back on track.
Yeah, even if he never gets another job offer from Disney, even if he's never in another Harry Potter-based film,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's going to be all right.
Yeah,
probably
he'll be fine.
after this. Yeah, I would hate to bet on the otherwise because he seems like he's going to be just fine, at least unless anything else ever comes out.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, but at least for this particular case that's been going on television for well over a month now.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it really has pulled focus from a lot of important things, man.
Yeah, like those aliens.
Like for real, bro. Like I think
watch
they're
the
out there.
footage. You don't believe us? Watch the footage. It's declassified. You can look it up.
You can check it out. And
It's creepy stuff.
I'm not going to sit there and say it was definitely a UFO, but I'm definitely not going to say that it wasn't.
I don't know. Between the declassified footage from the government that they recently released and the videos I see on TikTok, my brain is just fried with what could possibly be out there in the world, man. It's wild.
It is pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope they're not like Battle Los Angeles, because those dudes were hardcore.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like sometimes I see footage like of these videos and it's like, how did that thing in the sky do that? Like, how did it make that maneuver? How did it evade this F-16 that had it in its scope, this highly trained pilot?
What? I hadn't seen this. What are you talking about?
Yeah, watch the videos.
I didn't see that one. All right, whatever.
There are like 400 videos out there, man. Just of jet pilots that you see things. And then it's gone.
Okay.
And they're tailing it, and then it's gone. But it's so far away, you can't tell what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not like a saucer, 'cause that's what you're expecting. You're like a little green man in saucers, right? No, it's nothing like that. So it's pretty crazy. The truth is out there.
It's like we don't have beef with the Red Sox. We have beef
Rick
with...
and Morty anime. Did you check any of that out?
No, but I can. I mean,
well, they've ordered like a full season of this, and it's a all new 10-episode adventure from Tower of God director Takashi Sano. Rick and Morty anime is currently in production, will eventually premiere on Adult Swim and HBO Max. It's a spin-off to serve as a standalone series, even though it will adapt themes and events from the Adult Swim's critically acclaimed animated series, revisiting the madcap world of Rick and Morty after previously helming anime shorts Rick and Morty versus Genocider and Summer Meets God, Rick Meets Evil. So those are the 2 episodes of this past season that had scenes within this episode that were anime style.
yeah.
And they were done really, really well, and they felt like genuine anime, and that's because they brought in a real anime director.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's going to actually take over writing an anime based off of the series.
Okay,
And here's hoping it's Rick and Two Crows. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know enough about anime. I'm not a big anime guy, so I just don't know enough about it to be like, oh, yeah, this is awesome, But you like anime, I'm assuming?
Yeah, as far as a director, this guy is really good. He's got quite a catalog of things that he's produced in the past that are of high quality and really great art direction.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that he can do the same with Rick and Morty, because the base story that he's been given is pretty funny and humorous, but also, how gory Rick and Morty can be. Well, you know how gory anime can be. It fits side by side.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it already, I know it's completely out of context if you don't know the rest of the Rick and Morty series. However, funny thing, it's a series about serialization that hates serialization that is completely serialized. So you can hop in at any time, really.
Yeah.
So if you watch the episode Rick and Two Crows, it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's a good one. It's from the most recent season 5. And
okay. So he's remaking basically the series, but doing it in anime fashion?
I don't think so. I think he's just telling a story arc.
Okay. So
Because
it's going to be a separate thing.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying is I don't know if we've got the details on what is going to be the basis of the anime just yet. I haven't researched it as of us recording right now, but during the Rick and Morty animated series, the Adult Swim regular Rick and Morty show, there was a brief time where Rick and Morty take a break and Rick goes off on adventures with two crows because he's making a joke that I can replace Morty with literally anything on this wheel, including
two crows.
Two crows.
Okay.
And that's all they are, just
it's just two crows, yeah.
But he goes like to feudal Japan and he has a rival. There's a whole thing. So it's pretty great. They wrap it up within an episode on the show, but this is going to be a whole anime series.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really
and
intrigued.
You're hoping that they take Rick and Two Crows to make a series.
Yes, and I'm wanting to see the development of Rick Sanchez, the character, because I'm always interested to see what they do with that development.
He did some pretty wild stuff on the show.
I'm a huge fan of the anime style as well. Even if you don't like anime itself, I recommend checking out maybe like Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Because that's a very well done anime style show, but it also doesn't feel like you're watching Pokemon per se.
Right, yeah. Okay. I would say I do know what Samurai Jack is, so I could check that out or something. I don't know. Because, I had a friend of mine who, and please forgive me if I don't say this right, I think it's Naruto? I
call it Naruto, but
Naruto,
it's Naruto, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's
something like Naruto, or there's a correct pronunciation. I call it Naruto, and I know it offends people that like Naruto.
Yeah, I'm a hillbilly though.
But
so
I don't know. It's not one that I've ever seen, but yeah, people swear by Naruto.
Well, I would say I had a friend of mine who really liked that show, and he just told me, he's like, man, it's a cartoon, but watch it. I was like, bro, I watch American Dad. I'll watch a cartoon. I don't care. I mean, I watch the Angry Beavers. I mean, with my kids, but I would probably watch it without them. Anyway, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Turn it on, and I just couldn't get into it.
I have a hard time getting into it because I have a hard time watching anime that's PG.
Oh, yeah.
I've become so desensitized to the violent anime style.
Yeah, that anything less than
that's
gory
less
is...
no, not even just the gore, just the being able to say foul language.
Sure.
It's weird to have people get in a fight that's as serious as those fights and nobody's actually swearing. That kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So that's a,
That's
particular type of anime I guess I like would be
Sure.
a little bit more the violent type.
Yeah.
What does that say about me?
Nothing wrong with being violent. I mean, I don't know, as long as you can control it, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I tell you what, I know that it's not anime related, but it is. I mean, video games stem from Japan. I mean, and anime is something that inspired video games and stuff like that. Like, for instance, that meme you sent me, it was like, be the American the Japanese think you are.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like a picture of Guile from Street Fighter.
Yes.
And yeah. So,
everybody's caricature of the patriotic American, especially the Japanese stereotype of the American patriot character, is always Guile or Hulk Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter, 1980s. It's over the top. Rocky 4.
Yeah.
That's the type of over the top patriotic character that they.
It's Chuck Norris riding a bald eagle. Okay. With a 240 Bravo strapped to him. All right, that's
it's Kurt
America.
Angle winning a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Yeah, that's right. America. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, video games. So we've seen how anime has inspired video games and vice versa. We have seen how video games have inspired movies and vice versa. So, what came first, the movie or the video game? In this case, it was the video game for Sega, Sonic the Hedgehog, right?
Yeah.
So, what was it, 2017, 18, the first one came out?
Oh, yeah, the one that they released a trailer for, and there was such a backlash against the ugly Sonic that they
had to redesign him?
Redesign the entire film.
Yeah.
And they did a good job.
Yeah, they did
which
a really
is
good
remarkable. And on a side note, Ugly Sonic has now reappeared in the Chip and Dale animated feature on Disney Plus as Ugly Sonic.
For real?
Have you not seen the Chip and Dale
No,
movie?
I haven't.
That's it. I don't want.
Is it Rescue Rangers?
The new movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah.
With I can't remember. It's a guy from Andy Samberg and.
Oh gosh.
I'm blowing this so bad I'll have to look it up. But anyway, think Who Framed Roger Rabbit as far as the crossover with the cartoon characters
live
and
action
human.
Yeah, okay,
It's
gotcha.
pretty funny stuff, but they kind of troll Sonic the Hedgehog because they have a character at a booth at like a Comic-Con, Ugly Sonic. He's got the teeth and everything.
Oh my God, I got choked up. Oh my gosh, excuse me. It says Ugly Sonic. That's awesome. I gotta. Yeah.
Oh, John Mulaney, Chip. Andy Samberg is.
Oh, so it's just like drug addict chipmunks
Dale.
that are. That's cool.
And Seth Rogen's Kung Fu Panda. Hold on a minute. What's going on here?
That's not it. What? That's DreamWorks.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cast. That's correct. John Mulaney's Chip.
Okay.
Andy Samberg is Dale.
Okay.
Will Arnett is Sweet Pete. Eric Bana is Monterey Jack. Keegan Michael Key is Bjorkson, the cheesemonger, a Muppet-like puppet. Seth Rogen is Bob. J.K. Simmons is Captain Putty. Tim Robinson is Ugly Sonic. Dennis Haysbert is Zipper, the fly.
Funny.
Chris Parnell is Dave Bolleri, Dale's agent. So it's got a star.
Yeah, you got a lot of stars
got
in
a
it.
star ensemble cast.
Yeah,
there,
you got
but-
some drug addict, chipmunks. That's cool. I mean, Andy Samberg. I don't know if he's ever gotten in trouble for doing drugs. He's done some drugs. I mean,
What do you talk about? Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
yeah, he's a cop, dude. Come on.
Yeah, how could he be?
Yeah, he was a cop with Terry Crews. I saw the show.
Yeah, I saw Cheech Marin. He was on Nash Bridges. He copped too.
I forgot about Nash Bridges, man, with Don Johnson.
Speaking of Cheech and Chong, Chong's going to be included in the 90s reboot of the 70s show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've decided to bring him back with. So that means everybody on the cast has been brought back officially, except for Danny Masterson, who has not been invited back because of
The
allegations.
yeah. Oh, well, sucks to suck, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, getting back on subject, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has it come out or is it coming out? It's coming out.
It's been out in the theaters for a while, and it was doing really well, but now it's surprisingly been released on Paramount Plus streaming platforms very, very soon upon its release to theaters. So, interesting, but it's doing really well. I haven't had a chance to see it, but it's remarkable because this is Jim Carrey's final performance.
Yeah, man, that's pretty wild.
Do you think he's going to actually retire, or do you think it's like a rapper retirement?
No, I think
It's
Jim
like when
Carrey
Jay-Z retired in 97?
Yeah, and then again in 04.
And again in 09?
And
And again in like 17, 18?
Yeah, okay. Well, Garth Brooks as well. He's gone on like 4 different farewell tours.
Yeah, the Rolling Stones last tour.
Yeah. Don't you know people were very upset for buying those expensive tickets?
Right.
This is the last show, man. We got to. Womp womp. Anyway, so no, I think Jim Carrey will call it quits, and the reason I think that is because Jim Carrey, we've always known as a little kooky, right? A little quirky.
We've always embraced his wild characters.
Yeah, right. And I think that I think that Jim Carrey, honestly, I feel like that dude's given so much of himself to his roles.
To all of them, man.
Yeah.
Even the serious roles.
Yeah.
Even the Truman Show can make you cry if you really want to get into it.
Well, and when he did Man on the Moon.
Man in the Moon, another heartfult one.
Yeah, that one changed him.
Well, he got into method acting with that one. A remarkable documentary, if you want to check it out, about him getting into character to play that Andy Kaufman.
What was it again? It was like Jim and Andy, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, that's it. Jim and Andy. It's very, very, very good. And it also kind of gives you a peek into the psychosis that Jim Carrey was going through, trying to portray such a iconic character that Andy Kaufman was.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he was blurring the lines of real life and fake and what was real, what was fake, who wanted to hurt who. Was he really a wrestler? Was he just going in there and just antagonizing? It's a whole thing.
Yeah. That's
different world, different culture. And then after he passed, and his longtime friend an alter ego for a long time, continued to perform. It brought a lot of suspicion about, but then later I think that they found out that they're two separate people. So yeah, for a long time they just really assumed that Andy Kaufman had just changed himself and became a different person. But these are the same type of people that think, Paul McCartney's dead and been replaced with a twin, or Avril Lavigne was like killed in 2001 and replaced with a clone. These wild, crazy. Because they look at a picture and it's like, oh my God, they aged. Is that what you're saying? They aged?
Look, you want to tell me that in 1 year she could have cut her hair? Yes, that is what I want to take.
It's like,
man, you're living under a rock then, bro.
Look at the eyes, brother. Look at them. No, you tell me that eyeball there. Eyeball there.
Do you tell me it's the same eyeball?
That ain't the same person. That's two different souls, bro.
Oh man, that's God, bro. You got to talk to him about that. I don't know. Anyway, so Jim Carrey being his last role, man. Jim's kind of kooky, and I don't agree with him on some personal stuff, like politics that he got outspoken with, especially in the past few years. But man, you can put all that aside because that man
in those movie roles,
man,
Liar,
it was fantastic,
Mask,
all of them.
Ace Ventura, The Grinch.
All right, so since we're talking about it, and there are so many to choose
Dr.
from,
Robotnik.
you got Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, that's right, in Sonic. So let's do this, man. In honor of Jim's last movie, what are your 5 top Jim Carrey movies?
Ooh, gosh, on the spot. All right,
on the spot.
Number 1, I'm going Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, first one. Number 2, I'm going.
Are these in order?
No,
or just no particular order?
Particular
I got
order.
it. Gotcha.
The Mask. I do like Liar. I do like The Grinch. And gosh, next one. I feel like you're going to catch me on one that I've been slipping, but I'm going Me, Myself, and Irene.
Okay. That's a pretty solid list, man. So I'm with you on Ace, Pet Detective. The other. What is it? When Nature Calls, that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, but
it's a spinoff. It's got its one-liners.
But
the first one was iconic.
But
the plot and everything.
Yeah. So Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, definitely. The Mask, definitely. Me, Myself, and Irene. That's a big one for me. Dumb and Dumber.
Oh gosh, Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. Who's got to leave the list? Somebody's got to leave. I'm taking Liar down if I got to put Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. See, and what I'm going to do is put Liar as my 5th. And not, I love him in The Grinch, but whenever he's contending against being Fletcher Reed or Ace Ventura, or
Lloyd
Stanley,
Christmas.
Stanley Ipkiss, Lloyd Christmas, or I don't know, whatever the.
Gosh, I'm sure there's even like side roles and things we're not even thinking of. He was just.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, the Fire Marshal Bill on In Living Color. That's
an iconic character.
When he was the.
See, I think last week we talked about Benedict Cumberbatch's Grinch and how you said it's really good, and I like it. I do too, but
Jim Carrey.
There was something about the way the Carrey did it was great.
It's creepy.
Like when
it's creepy.
Because it's like he really was an embodiment of this character.
Yeah, because you believe him.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way when Myers did Cat in the Hat. It wasn't the same.
It wasn't. And they came out about the same time.
Yeah.
Because,
And I love Mike Myers, too. I mean, when he decides he's hanging it up, we'll do the same thing for all of his characters.
Oh, man, yeah. He's got a lot of great ones, too.
Yeah.
I'll stop. I'm making a list in my head right now. I'll stop. But
So, I don't know. I think that he'll be back. I don't think he's going to hang it up entirely. I just think he's going to be more picky about the roles that he picks and chooses to take. I just wonder if he's not going to try to immerse himself back into the dramatic roles, which he does well, but they're so tragic and dark quite often.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people hated on this movie. I really liked it. And it's not because I thought it was just this ingenious, really deep movie. I mean, it was all right. It was a twisted little thriller called The Number 23.
Yeah.
A lot of people...
Based off the conspiracy theory revolving number 23.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a legitimate conspiracy theory that a huge number of people have.
Yeah, right.
I say conspiracy theory, a theory.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
I'm
really
not
a conspiracy.
I'm not going to belittle somebody's numeral.
Yeah, you only do that to me.
Numerology.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only do that to you.
Yeah, you only belittle me. So.
And speaking of being afraid to go all in, I happened to catch the farewell of a few people on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the last episode this past Saturday for a few people, but mostly in particular the Pete Davidson. It was his farewell episode. He's leaving the show. Now, he's always had mixed feels about people, whether they think he's funny, not funny, if they like his skits or not.
Right.
He kind of joked about it within his own little segment when he was doing his farewell.
Sure.
But the more remarkable one is, I can't remember her name because I'm on the spot here. It's Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon. She had a really funny bit where she played her most famous character, which is this really obnoxious and funny lady being abducted at the end. And it was just a really, really sweet send-off. And, it was the live from New York at Saturday Night Live intro. But it was also her goodbye after all of the years of being on the show. I thought it was really funny. Sadly, it reminded me of the issue with Saturday Night Live. And that is, it's not quite what it used to be.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, of all of these iconic people that we've watched come and go.
Yeah.
And there are some people on here, I mean, even on the current cast, we'll probably remember, like Kenan Thompson. We'll remember he's been on there forever. And,
Yeah, sure.
And Kate McKinnon's going on. And Pete Davidson has his little niche in the world. And we'll remember these people. But I looked at this cast and I kept thinking to myself, where's the Tim Meadows? Where's the Adam Sandler? Where's the Chris Rock? Where's the
Chris Farley? Where's
Farley? Where's the Kevin Nealon?
the Dana Carvey?
Yeah, where's the
Will
Tina
Ferrell.
Fey? Will Ferrell? Where are these people? And
Will Arnett, wasn't he? Was he ever cast?
I think was he just a feature
I
for
think
like
he was
all of those years?
No, I don't know. He had to have been casted, right?
I don't know, but yeah, just like Will Arnett, but all of these names have come through, and
Yeah.
some had longer stays than others. Some
Sure.
had left with animosities, the Chevy Chases and those.
Sure.
And some burned out too soon, like Jim Belushi and Chris Farley. But what the hell happened to Saturday Night Live, Hoot?
Politics.
Are you sure? Because all of those names I just named you were all liberals.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. But here's the deal. When I say politics, I don't mean having a political opinion. I mean, politics got involved with, look how soft.
Jokes?
Yeah. Look how soft society's gotten, right? I have to sit and think about what I'm going to say before I say it. Now, I know that sounds like you should do that anyway. But I mean, like, I have to put extra effort into it to make sure I'm like, okay, can I say that? I mean, how many times before a show do I go, is that okay for me to say it like that? And you're like, yeah,
we
there's
do
nothing
it back
wrong with
and forth all the time. I do
Yeah.
it at home whenever I'm conversing with my wife because
Yeah.
she is someone that is very aware of things that should and
Sure.
shouldn't, what you should and shouldn't say just because you're being an.
Right.
So she
Right,
kind of
you
calls
know,
me out on that
yeah.
sometimes. It's like, you're right. I probably shouldn't say that anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
know.
better than that now.
Yeah.
I'm not, 12.
Right.
Pee
So,
pee
but-
poo poo humor.
But the point is that we laugh at that, but at the same time, sometimes we just want to, like, come on, it's all jokes. Like, check it out. Saturday Night Live made fun of the president, no matter who it was, right? No matter who it was, they made fun of. My God, George H.W. Bush. Was imitated by Dana Carvey for all those years, and it was fantastic. It was the funniest. I loved it.
Well, yeah, because it was Dana Carvey.
Yeah, exactly. But see,
And then when he left, we got Phil Hartman doing Bill Clinton. That was funny.
That was funny. And then we had Will Ferrell doing George W. Bush.
Yeah,
and
that
it
was
was
funny.
fantastic. And we had Will Hammond doing Al Gore.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, we all loved all of that stuff. It was hilarious. But then it got to, I don't know, then it got to a point where, like, the divide was too big, I think, like, politically speaking, because then it got really hateful.
I don't know, because I know where you're going to go with this, but
Sure.
I don't know, because I had a hard time myself trying to find something humorous to make out of Obama.
Yeah.
I couldn't
No,
find
no.
a caricature or something other than the way that he talked and his mannerisms.
Right, but that's the whole thing. That
what else did he give us?
Jordan Peele
That was funny.
And he did
That
it.
was good.
Yeah,
That
and
was
he did
good.
it. So that was how he did it, because he had Keegan-Michael Key in the background being Luther, his anger interpreter.
Yes.
That was a hilarious skit.
And
that
then when he
would
did
work.
it at the president's, whatever that feast thing that they did, that was pretty funny too. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that was good stuff.
Anger interpreter there.
Yeah, the anger interpreter Luther. Calm down, Luther. Damn. I just thought that was hilarious.
Or what the Rock Obama, when the Rock did a cameo and that was funny. But
what I was getting at though is like, it's not so much that like they should have made more fun of Obama. It's more of like, make fun of whoever you want to. That's the point of comedy. I like it, but whenever it goes to like, it got to a point where it wasn't even really all that funny. It was just kind of like, okay, you're saying mean things about it. I get it, but like, where's the joke? If you'll make the joke, I'll laugh at it.
I guess my issue with it is I think the cast got less funny. I don't think the material got less funny. I think there's still funny material on there now, because there's some jokes on there I was like, oh, they said that?
Yeah.
And then, like, that's good. That's funny.
Yeah.
And, of course, that's going to have some buzz and some controversy.
Sure.
And there's going to be one side or one person somewhere that may have got offended by some stupid joke.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they go for it enough anymore. And it's like the episode of, or at the movie South Park, when Jimmy's telling his jokes in the future.
Yeah.
Or 40 years from now, or whatever it is in that movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you say whenever a lesbian and a rabbi and a black man walk into a bar? It's like, you say hello. They're very nice people.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Yeah, I know, but that's the point I'm getting to, is that when politics got involved, everything got a lot softer. And like whenever they could go
eggshells.
after, yeah, but whenever they could go after someone, I mean, and look, this is not, I don't care. This is a comedy show. Go after who you want. But I'm just saying, like, the only times that they really like felt like they went after someone is if it was someone who is aligned on the right side of politics, and it wasn't even like making a hateful joke. It was just kind of like saying hateful things. You know what I mean? And remember, I haven't watched this show in about 7 years.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I have kept up with it, but
Yeah.
I've been one of the cynics and the critics that have been criticizing the
Yeah.
show since, gosh, go back. I wasn't an Andy Samberg generation fan.
Nope.
That one wasn't really huge. Like, that guy wasn't. It maybe the regime before that was the ones where
Sure.
I'm like, these people are just so funny.
Where you had like
And is
Bill
that
Hader and them.
Yeah, is this
Yeah.
a cultural divide, a change that happened?
and
in me?
maybe
I
it
don't
is,
know.
dude.
I that's what I've wondered. Like Seth
Yeah.
Meyers, I never thought Seth Meyers was funny or likable.
I was like, I still don't find
Yeah.
Seth Meyers funny or likable.
But-
But maybe that's the point I'm getting at, is like,
Damn sure didn't like Josh Myers on that '70s show playing that not Eric guy.
yeah, playing not Eric.
That lasted a whole half
4
season
minutes.
arc. Yeah. They're like, oh, we messed up. Bring
Yeah.
back Topher.
Yeah, bring him back. Topher. His name's Topher. All right. I feel like we've rambled on about pop culture a lot today, man.
Yeah, so it was about Saturday Night Live sucking it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Is like, if they're gonna be, you know, if you're gonna be edgy, then go back to being edgy when it was funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
where
I
now
miss
if-
that.
It's the thing is, I think the internet is satirizing everything.
Yeah.
It's making everything weaker and diluting it because we get so much, which is kind of ironic considering how risque and how unfiltered the internet truly is.
Yeah.
And how reaction based and how everything is instantaneous and over sexualized and over commercialized.
Yeah.
But still,
You sure you're not a conservative?
we no, I'm saying these things as it
Yeah,
doesn't,
no,
it doesn't offend me whatsoever.
No. I know. I'm just, but
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you though.
Yeah.
It's like the internet desensitizes you to literally everything. Why? Because literally everything is on the internet.
Yeah, and if you want to get down my conspiracy theories, it's all being done for a reason because there's this larger overall powerful entity called the rich that are trying to suppress this larger in population entity called the poor and trying to subjugate and put into their.
I'm just telling you that I'm trying to join the rich, but they have not been seeing my applications. All right, guys, we're just going to wrap this up. We thank you so much for staying with us for another episode of the Hoot Hobbs Show. You can find us on the socials. You can download us on any podcast platform. Yeah, you can message us too. I know you're not going to, but you can if you want to.
Hey, now they're starting to interact with our Facebook.
Yeah, that's
page
true.
every
That's
now
true.
and
You
then.
guys are doing great, man.
Yeah,
We appreciate you.
they're starting to pay attention to us.
Yeah, just look at me, please. Anyway. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
All right. So once again, thanks, guys. Hey, next week we are going to be going live on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to be going live on YouTube.
Other than Twitch.
Yeah, other than Twitch. Not trying to talk anything smacky on Twitch, but I don't know. We're hoping YouTube gives us...
Shows us a little bit more love.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way of wording it.
Because it's easier for you guys to really get it because you can just go to YouTube. Honestly, the dream is to be on like Facebook Live because we know that you guys just get a notification, you click it, and you can watch it, and then when you're bored, you can swipe it away.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
There's going to be a lot of swiping, I think. I mean, like, these guys are idiots. All right.
Oh, damn. How do I mute this notification?
All right. Third and final time. Thank you, guys. From BT, from myself, we bid you good night.